Hello and welcome back to the Power of BI channel. And in this video, I'll be going through responsibilities, going through generative AI. Please note that this is the part of the AI 900 exam preparation modules where I've gone through machine learning algorithms, concepts, artificial intelligence concept, natural language processing, as well as generative AI. And this is the last part of generative AI section where it says that the AI enables amazing creative solutions, but these solutions must be implemented responsibly to minimize the risk of harmful content generation. So we'll be going through the overall process of responsible generative AI solution development, as well as prioritize, identify some potential harmful harmful content which is relevant to the AI solution, as well as mitigate some of the risk related to the potential harm of the AI solutions as well. So generative AI is, this is one of the most powerful advancement in technologies, and it enable the developers to build application that consume machine learning models with large volume of data and connectivity with the internet and all the stuff. These powerful capabilities also brings up some dangers, which requires that the data scientists, developers, and other involved in generative AI solution adopt a responsible approach to to mitigate risks. So Microsoft has created responsible generative AI guidelines with its broader responsible AI standard to tackle unique Gen AI concerns. So the guidance is, there are four stages in the process where we identify potential harms that are relevant to the solution. We measure the presence of these harms in the output, as well as we'll then mitigate the harms at multiple layers in the solution to minimize their presence and impact to ensure transparent communication about potential risk. Lastly, what we'll do is we'll go through, we operate a solution responsibly by defining the deployment in the readiness plan as well. These stages are responsibly, closely related to the NIST AI risk management framework. This remind this these stages. There's a framework for AI which is closely related to. So we'll dive in, briefly about all the stages, and then we will see how each stage has impact of the responsible AI. So the first stage is to responsible, is to identify potential harms that could affect your solution. So the four steps in this stage is to identify, and the identification is like generating content that is offensive, discriminatory as well, and generating content that contains inaccuracies, as well as generating content that encourage or support illegal or unethical behavior. Then then we'll prioritize the identified harm, then test and verify the prioritization, and then document them. So generally, the Azure OpenAI service include a transparency note, which you can use to understand specific consideration related to the service and the model it includes. So additionally, the individual model developers may provide documentation such as OpenAI or GPT-4 model, which we'll go through. Uh, it contains all the documentation and the guidelines related to responsible AI. So after compiling the prioritized list of potential harmful output, you can test the solution to measure the presence of impact of the harms. Your goal is to create an initial baseline that quantifies the harms produced by your solution in given usage scenarios, and then track improvement against the baseline as you make some iterative changes. So, generalized approach to measure the system is to prepare a diverse selection of input prompts that are likely to result in each potential harm that you have documented, and then submit those prompts in the system to retrieve the generated output and apply some predefined criteria to evaluate the output and categorize it according to the level of potential harms. The next step is to mitigate the potential harms while going through each layers. So at a model layer, which we are selecting a model that is appropriate for the solution used, and we'll do some fine tuning by the foundation. Then safety system at a platform level configuration, where we mitigate the harm, as well as at a meta prompt grounding, the construction of prompt that are submitted to the model, we just filter it out. And then the software application layer, where we when the user interact with the Gen AI model, So we just do need to build at every stage to mitigate some of the or to filter the prompts and the solutions, and making sure that it doesn't provide any thing that is that are harmful responses, like illegal or discriminatory or any other issues. So once you identify potential harms, develop a way to measure its presence, and as well as implement mitigation, you can get ready to release your solution. But before you do so, there are some considerations that help you ensure the successful release of the operation. So we have to complete some reviews: legal, privacy, security, accessibility review. These are common compliances. And then we release and operate the solution based on a phase wise delivery plan, an incident response plan as well, or a rollback plan as well. We also need to implement a capability to immediately block harmful system response, handling feedback, and taking action immediately to respond back to the feedback as well. And also track the telemetry data that enables you to determine user specification and identifying some functional gaps. So, in summary, what we have done, what we have discussed, are the responsible approach of Gen AI working, and how we can mitigate risk at each level to ensure that no harmful content is generated, and there's no danger to the society, as well as other stuff, or even your company, to with the potential harms. We also discussed a few of the process to go through the responsibilities. First, you have to identify the potential harms and measure them, then implement the mitigation process, and then deploy your solution with adequate plans and immediate this. So this is only the scratch of the surface, but what you can do is you can go through the Azure AI Studio documentation, or Microsoft Azure AI solution. Also, to refer to other documentations like GPT-4, or how an AI solution can be implemented as well. So this is it from this part of the video, and hopefully you've gone through all the processes and all the concepts that are helpful for going through the AI 900 exam. So if you have any feedback, just please let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Have a good day.